What do you make of the Igamane situation?
I mean, it was funny because at half time I'm walking down towards the press room to get a wee half-time refreshment, and actually I see Hamza Igamane, some of the St Mirren fans taking selfies. So I mean, at that point, all smiles, nothing wrong. And then what is that? 25 minutes later, the manager's trying to bring him on, and he's basically refused to come on. Says he's got himself a thigh pull. For me, if he has done it, well, wow, what bad luck. But it all seems very coincidental, especially me neither. And I think if he's basically refused to play because he's taking the huff or he's trying to keep himself right for a move to Lille, I think it's a disgrace. I mean, this Rangers plucked this boy from obscurity, gave him a huge opportunity to play in Europe, to play in big derby matches, and he's made a decent start at Rangers, but that's a boy who still gets so many rough edges to knock off, and for him to, basically, react like that to his manager, who's desperate for a win, needing somebody to pull his weight and come in and help the team. I think it's unforgivable.
But you can only imagine back in the day, Andy, a Rangers player telling Walter Smith or Alex McLeish or Jock Wallace or something that they won the going on. I mean,
he's lucky though. The kind of characters that's still about.
They'd still be scraping themselves off the dressing room wall or off the back of the dugout. Look, I totally agree with you. I watched the man go out for these kind of first half warm up during the first half behind the goal, and I mean the three other subs, as you would, jogged round to do their warm up with the fitness coach. Igamane just walked. I mean, he just sauntered down. I mean,
he's maybe pulled his squad sort of during that walk.
Ambling round. Look, his attitude, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. His attitude has kind of stunk since he got back in the summer. He's clearly. Look, we're trying to read this from the outside. There's been a lot of speculation over the summer about Lille. For me, it looks like the boy is going away in the summer. He's been told that there's a bit of interest for Lille. It's appealed to him. It's one of the top 5 leagues. He speaks the language. In his mind, he probably thinks, right, that's the dream move for me, and it looks like he set his heart on it. And as far as we're aware, no serious bid yet has come in. I know Russell Martin said a bid was rejected, but we're led to believe that was a cheeky loan offer that came in last week.
As far as I'm led to believe it, obviously Rangers are talking about sums like £15 million, and Lille have never been able. I've never thought that was achievable.
No. And it looks, again from the outside, it looks like whether it's the agents or whether it's Lille or whoever have basically said to Igamane, look, you need to be unsettled at Rangers to try and push this through. And my big gripe is, and you touched on it, this is a boy, 22-year-old, for me, has achieved nothing in his Rangers career so far. I think he's had 4 really good games for Rangers. He scored the winner against Celtic. He had a hat-trick against Hibs at Easter Road where he was outstanding. He got a double against Nice in the Europa League, again where he was excellent. And he scores a wonder goal against Spurs at Ibrox, which really made the fans take him to their hearts. He scored 16 goals last season. I think he played 46 games, 16 goals, which is a decent return for a young
I think he was also playing off the left a lot, didn't help him.
Aye,
having to accommodate Cyril Dessers.
But in the grand scheme of things, he is a rookie. Rangers have given him a wonderful opportunity in his career, as you say. Philippe Clement plucking him from nowhere in Morocco, for relative little money, giving him that platform. Igamane, for me, should have went away in the summer thinking, right, new manager coming in, I'm going to go away, I'm going to work my backside off, come back and make sure I'm the number 1 striker for Rangers next season, and I'm going to take my game to another level, and eventually I'm going to get the move that I dream about. There's no way he was at that stage yet, and that has been proved by the lack of bids, the lack of offers, the lack of interest.
I mean, you have to say, I mean, looking at him so far, I mean, he came on in one of the early European games, he was part of Icos, looked okay, made an impact, gets himself a small injury, has missed the best part of a month, come back in last week, but, what sort of conditions is he to go and make an impact should he go to Lille? I mean, this, again, Don't be out in Bram, sort of thing. If I was Leo, I would have concerns. Because what happens if he goes there and then somebody else starts taking interest in it there? You know, if you're going to have to go through the similar things that Rangers are now dealing with.
I think Rangers get a big decision to make now, Andy. Russell Martin clearly wants rid of him, right? That's evident. But as we say, as it stands now, there's no offer that's suitable to Rangers. So what do they do, Igamane? The manager doesn't want any bad apples in the dressing room, right?
You said that he's desperate for the window to close.
Exactly, right. You can understand that. However, at what point do football clubs, and in this case Rangers, take a stance against players who have 4 years left their contracts, but because there's interest elsewhere, they decide to put the tools away? I mean, it's unacceptable. And for a guy who they didn't pay a lot of money for, so it's not as if Rangers are losing millions here, right? That's just not the case. He's known big wages. Genuinely, if I was Rangers, if I was Andrew Kavanagh or Patrick Stewart, I'd be tempted. I'm not saying it's going to happen because I know the way football is these days, but you'd be tempted to say to Igamane's representatives, listen, unless a bid comes in for 8 million plus, I think that should be the minimum that he goes for with 4 years left in his deal. Unless a bid comes in of minimum 8 million plus, you will sit in the B-team, you'll sit in the youths for a year. 4 years left. Rangers aren't under any great pressure to sell him, other than the manager probably wants him away from the training ground. But as it stands at the minute, if it's a loan offer or if it's for a couple of million quid, Rangers are well within their rights to say, no, you can just sit. No, you don't treat this club the way you have done and expect there to be no repercussions.